Hello and welcome.
If you want to take it, Stephers, take it.
Absolutely not. It's not a monorail show without Daddy Monorail.
You gotta go like
my
this.
My mouse isn't plugged in.
Should we all do it all at once? We'd never be able to line it up.
Because we can't count it down through a Zoom call. Yeah, there will be latency issues.
That would just be a cluster. Okay.
Yes. Well, I mean, this is going to be a cluster.
It will.
So.
It's going to be fun.
Oh, maximum effort. Here we go.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas. To those guests who've just joined us, welcome. Our next stop is the Magic Kingdom. For those of you standing, please hold on to the handrails throughout our journey and stay clear of the doors. Stay clear of the doors. Ladies and gentlemen, we are approaching our station at the entrance to Main Street, USA.
Welcome aboard the Monday Morning Monorail podcast. This is Justin Monorail, and this is episode number 250 of the Monday Morning Monorail podcast. Can you believe it? Half a 500. I don't know if that's a thing. I hate that I said it. Why? Why did I say such a thing? It's going to be that kind of day. Landon's asphyxiated. Oh no, we're off the rails already. We got a very big show for you today. We're going to talk about a tiny bit of Walt Disney World news. But mostly we're going to talk about us and celebrate this podcast because, guys, it's a milestone. And I feel like legitimately we need to take a step back and appreciate that we've been doing this thing now 7 years. And because we started in May of 2018, 7 years, 250 episoed. Here we are.
That's gross.
And we're not better. We're not better at it yet. We haven't gotten better.
I hate it here. We're going to make Landon choke again.
All right. Let's bring in my monorail co-host. Let's get the party started. Stephers, you already spoke, so how's it going, Stephers? Welcome to the monorail.
I think the party already started and we're choking on our drinks and we're dying and we're blacking out. I don't know what's happening over here. 250 is the episode in which we started going after dark.
This could be our last one.
It's all downhill from here.
Maybe we just declare it over. Glad you're here, Stephers, and welcome back. I hope you had... I know you were not feeling well last week, so I'm glad you've recovered, and we're glad to have you. But I think Landon's done choking now, so I can bring him in. Let's bring him in. He is the Landon the Doz Doane. He is number one in your hearts. Landon, welcome to the monorail.
I might be number one in your hearts, but the back of my Walt Disney World jersey says I'm 626 in your program. Hi, everybody, coming from the isolation station of it's me, it's the DOZ, Landon the Doz Doane, and it's a Monday morning. You know what that means. And episode 250, 7 years of doing the Monday Morning Monorail podcast slash Doz Does Disney. Holy guacamole. I can't believe we haven't decided to stop doing this yet.
We did once.
well, I guess I haven't decided to stop doing this yet. I guess I need to come up with better hobbies.
Oh, but this is a good hobby. We have fun.
It is a good hobby. And to, I guess, spike the occasion, point out the occasion. You know how we talk about, you can go down to your local groceria, the K. Rogers, the Food Cities, the Piggly Wiggly to get your Mickey bars out of the ice cream section, but it didn't taste as good for the occasion. I went down to my local groceria and I got Kona Big Wave, which you can get at the Polynesian. That is one of my favorite drinks, and let's find out if the same properties transfer. You know, it doesn't taste as magical if you have it off property. Give me 1 second here.
Go for it.
Little AMR or ASMR.
ASMR.
Yeah.
ACDC work for you.
Mm-hmm. Here he goes. It's like
still a good beer, but not as magical outside of the Polynesian. I'll be completely honest.
I think we're missing out on a little bit. But
I do have to say, me wearing my Tennessee baseball hat, wearing a Walt Disney World baseball jersey, drinking a Kona Big Wave, being outside of Orlando, I'm practically at Disney, y'all.
Yeah.
So,
you're close.
Yeah.
You might as well be there. You, although this isn't the outfit you always wear for the Haunted Mansion, which, we can.
Yes. As PhotoPass proves, I apparently wear the exact same thing on my Magic Kingdom day. Thank you, Disney. And thank you, me, for being completely unoriginal on my fashion choice.
It's called consistency. Consistency is key.
Yeah.
Something, I don't know. You started talking about beer or something. I don't know what you did, but my caffeine hasn't kicked in yet. So we're going with it.
Well, my alcohol hasn't kicked in yet either. So I'll meet you in the middle, Stephers.
Cheers. Stephers, I wanted to point out that you do have your Chewbacca mug because we are recording on May the 4th.
Chewbacca and R2-D2 t-shirt.
Yeah. So all those fun stuff we talked about.
That's what's on your t-shirt.
The last week. We were talking about the Star Wars foodie guide last week. You can officially go enjoy all those treats at Walt Disney World now, as of today, through the end of the month. So get out there, get yourself a Wookiee cookie or whatever else, a lightsaber churro, maybe, perhaps.
Oh yeah, they had those light side and dark side cocktails.
Oh my god!
With the, with the lightsaber
stirs, swizzle sticks.
Yeah, stirs. That was the word. Yeah,
squiggly doos. Yeah,
I said swirly doo, not squiggly.
Well, I wanted to say
that's
squiggly.
ridiculous.
Yeah, a squiggly doo is when you're playing air guitar and you get to a wicked guitar solo. You go squiggly doo.
That was very Jack Black of you. I just want to let you know.
Thank you.
Yeah. That was like,
you
nailed it.
My fiance's daughter actually thinks me and Jack Black are the same person.
I can see it. I can see it.
Yeah. That's not the first time people have thought me and Jack Black are the same person in my life. Fun fact.
Well, you've never been in the same place at the same time, so.
Also a fun fact.
Oh, so speaking of those light side and dark side cocktails, I feel like today's news we're going to talk about is very appropriate, not just for the Monday Morning Monorail podcast, but also the defunct Passholder Lounge. This would have been right up the alley of the old Passholder Lounge. But before
wait, what happened to the Passholder Lounge?
I hate it here.
Dead. Gone.
It's defunct.
What?
I was also going to say it's good because May the 4th, it's all spacey themed.
It is spacey
Not the
themed.
not the right kind, but like a cosmos near or far away.
It's in the ballpark.
I hate it.
Galaxy?
I'm gonna just.
It's in the galaxy.
It's somewhere.
Stephers, before you pull off a stretch like that, you need to get up. You might pull something.
It is in space, just not the correct space in which May the 4th was. You know what? I'm not gonna try. I'm burying myself in.
Wait, I have a question. How do we not know?
But we're also burying. Like the Passholder Lounge is dead.
I mean, I feel like I don't know how this news is just now getting to you, Landon. But
okay,
it was brought up in the Discord this week.
What next? You're going to tell me Scoreboards and Moonshines isn't coming back? Jeez.
No, no, it's not.
That didn't even elicit a reaction. Oh, that was great.
Okay, let's get to the news.
Yeah, this unhinged, unrailed, I don't even know, but I'm gonna intro this because y'all are gonna talk all the things because
okay.
I'm just an innocent wee innocent lad. Walt Disney World announced the opening date for the brand new lounge, Spaceship Earth Lounge. Remember we talked about this like a year ago. I don't know how long it's been. It's been a very long time since we talked about it. Called GEO-82. That is GEO, like a robot kind of vibe. 82. The opening date will be June 4th of this year. And reservations actually open up tomorrow when you're listening to this, if you're listening to this on drop day. And GEO-82 is for guests 21 and older only. I think this is one of the only, if not the only place that is 21 and up.
Yeah,
only.
except the only
exclusive.
exception would be Trader Sam's after, 8 o'clock or something?
8 o'clock, yeah.
But yeah, exclusive.
Disney describes GEO-82 as a hidden part, in quotes, of Spaceship Earth, designed with warm metallics, rich textures, and geometric patterns that echo the attraction's famous exterior, as it should. I'm really excited to see what the merch looks like.
Yeah.
Inside, it's meant to feel like a secret escape, sophisticated, stylish, and unlike any other lounge you visited at Walt Disney World. Sorry, Landon, I don't know if you'll be sophisticated enough to embark on that journey.
I won't be. So that's fine.
Oh, wait, but it's Epcot, so you won't be wearing the same outfit, bud. You got it.
Photo pass proves I wear different clothes.
Even better, you'll get stunning views of World Celebration Gardens while you sip and snack. Oh, that'll be really nice. Remember, we were talking about the views of World Celebration. I think this will be really cool.
Yeah.
I think the Smokin' Hot Fiance will really like this lounge.
Oh, most definitely.
I mean, everyone will, but I'm just, I was thinking,
This is going to be a hit for sure. Like right off the bat. The fact that you mentioned GEO-82 merch, Stephers, I know they've got a couple glasses that you can get if you order. I don't even know if you have to order the drinks, but they do have glassware that you can buy there. I think there's a champagne flute, and then there's a rocks glass that you can get that have GEO-82 designs on them. But I just started thinking, should we be putting something in the merch store for people so they can wear it day one to GEO-82? We need to drop some GEO-82 designs in the merch store.
Most def, because holy guacamole, reservations start tomorrow, and then this thing opens a month from the day after tomorrow.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this episode when it drops, this feels like, in my mind, this was something that was talked about. Okay, yeah, cool, whatever. The Spaceship Earth bar is coming to. Oh, holy crap! This is here.
Yeah, very fast. But again, they already had this as meeting space, so it probably didn't take a ton of work to get it. I guess probably dressed up to be this sophisticated lounge. But I mean, it is a quick turnaround. It's very unlike Disney to do something so quickly. They've been working on that pirate lounge in Magic Kingdom for 10 years now. It feels very long.
Oh,
speaking of is there a chance that just doesn't ever come to fruition?
Well,
I mean, we forgot about it, so.
Well, you and me, Stephers, forgot about it. Jay didn't, but there's a reason he drives this monorail.
I think it's going to happen. I think it will happen. I mean, they've done a ton of work and they've got walls up and stuff. If they just canceled it, they'd have to, I don't know what they would do. But we're pretty far down the road for the Pirate Lounge, I think.
But a gift shop, that's what they would do.
Well, they're taking some of the gift shop away for the Pirate Lounge.
I'm sorry, not to realign us onto this monorail, but y'all know I don't read the notes until we're doing it.
Sure.
You're not supposed to admit that.
First, it's fine. We're gonna go through all the food and drinks and stuff, and the men of this monorail are going to spearhead that because they are more they know more things. Clearly, I order drinks that I don't like a component of it.
We're alcoholic Stephers. You can.
That's not what I was going to say. I was not going to say that. This caramelized leek martini. I'm sorry, you're giving me a caramelized leek and pickled onion in a martini, please. What?
Yeah,
that's savory stuff.
That is a thumbs down from the head drunk on this monorail. Yeah, no, thank you.
Pickled onion is what you're supposed to get, I think, in a gin martini. They instead, because with vodka martinis you get olives. If you do gin martinis,
I think y'all need to just give me drinks to try without telling me what's in them until I tell you if I like it or not. Because with that, I'm not liking that. That's not the vibe. I like things separately, but in an alcoholic beverage, no.
I volunteered to try that one because I think it'll be I love a gin martini. That's my go-to cocktail these days.
I can confirm.
So, I'm trying to turn more people onto it. Let me just tell you, if you're a person who might want a gin martini, Beefeater is the key. Go Beefeater. That's the way to go.
Well, and I'm on the other side of the fence. I'm a vodka martini person myself.
Yeah.
And if you're going to get olives, get them blue cheese stuffed olives.
Sure.
Fun fact.
Yeah. You got to. Those are the best ones. But yeah, I'll try that one. And yeah, we will. So Steffers, I thought of you when we were putting the notes together because they're right off the page. There's two drinks that you can just cross off because they have Campari in them. So
yep,
and you love that, don't you, Steffers?
Well, no, this is where they get you, right? They sound fantastic. They strawberries, like what? Listen, I love me a strawberry, whatever rum. Love me a rum. The coconut, I don't particularly care for, but like coconut rum and whatever. Yeah. Listen, it's not my fault that they ruin it. It's not my fault.
Yeah. So this is the strawberry and coconut right hand, they call it. Campari, coconut cartel, añejo rum, sweet vermouth, and strawberry and coconut. I just don't think that'll be up your alley. Also, you should probably avoid the strawberry black pepper sour, which is Campari, maraschino liquor, strawberry, lemon, and black pepper. It's
you literally
interesting.
have me. All of it until the Campari. I guess Campari's first.
There's a lot of like, Spice. Yeah, there's a lot of spice.
Yeah. I'm looking over the menu. That seems to be the theme of the featured cocktails. Of course, you can order standard cocktails, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
but I'm
getting a space
I'm surprised that seems to be the theme for GEO-82.
Interesting stuff.
It's a zing and a zang, from space.
And it's going to ping and pang around the taste buds.
But like maybe.
And you're going to pay as well.
Oh yeah. Over under on like what are our over under on the cocktail prices here? I'm thinking we're probably talking $17.50.
I was 16 to start.
I was in my mind's eye, I was going $18.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go slightly over Jay's over underline.
Yeah. I mean, it's cocktails at Disney. And this is this is an exclusive location. So
that you have to make reservations for. Remember?
Yeah, I got to make reservations.
Starting tomorrow, if you're listening today, the podcast drops. The brown butter old fashioned. I'm interested in as somebody who is a connoisseur of the old fashioned. We're talking Woodford Reserve bourbon. That is a good bourbon, by the way. Brown butter, maple, and then sorry, I'm going to move my phone off the table. And thanks, Mom. Mexican chocolate bitters. Okay. Yeah. I going back to the theme of this menu, it seems to have a little bit of pizzazz, some spice. The brown butter old fashioned seems to be leaning into that as well. I would try that. I've tried some out there old fashions as well. But that is what I'm honing in on this featured cocktails menu from GEO-82.
Yeah, that one's definitely, I think, up your alley. And the
fact that they're name checking Woodford Reserve, I mean, like as somebody who drinks a lot of bourbon, probably to my loved one's chagrin, that is a good bourbon.
Yeah,
that is a very, very good bourbon.
The Mexican chocolate bitters, I think, is interesting because I wonder if that's
that right there makes me go.
I've had chocolate bitters. In fact, I have chocolate bitters here at my house because you can make a nice PB peanut butter chocolate old fashioned with chocolate bitters if you use peanut butter whiskey.
That you can.
You can. But Mexican chocolate, I think, implies spice, doesn't it?
That's what I was kind of getting at.
Yeah.
I will admit, as a hillbilly from East Tennessee, I've never had Mexican chocolate, but I would, much to Jay's point, assume it has a little bit of the spice.
Yeah.
So
it is. Sorry, I Googled it.
Oh.
Dark and bitter with notes of cocoa, coffee, and baking spice. It's a smooth, lingering heat from Mexican chilies.
There you go. Mexican chilies.
Perfect. All right. At least one of us did their research on this podcast.
I know nothing else about anything y'all are talking about, so I figured I could do a little googly search.
Thanks,
grow googly.
So again, this is another cocktail that is leaning into the spice theme of the featured cocktails that they're offering at GEO-82. This is a very interesting choice that Disney is making for GEO-82 because this could end up being a very divisive choice, because I mean, we already talked about it in the strawberry drinks. Both of them featured a spice theme. We're now talking about it in the old fashioned. I feel like this is going to be a choice. Yes, they're going to love or they're going to hate.
Yeah.
When it comes to their drinks being spiced.
Yeah,
because I know people when we go out to non-Disney places to get their beverages, if they see a spiced something on the menu, that is a no-go for them, or they love it.
Some people love it. Sometimes I like a spicy drink.
See, there you go.
Yeah. So my eyes are drawn towards this particular cocktail here because this is interesting. The name is interesting. The Clarified New York Sour. Now, I'm a guy who enjoys a whiskey sour. Had plenty of those in my day. This one, of course, a special twist. Bourbon, sherry, yuzu, lemon, and a red wine float. Very interesting.
Try that.
Yeah, very interesting. I think, Stephers, you might actually be okay with that one.
With a red wine float.
You might be okay.
You might be.
Right?
Well, I don't know if you're a bourbon person, though. Like, that's the thing.
I mean, alcohol.
We'll get you there, Stephers.
We also have a highbrow Batanga, which is Reposado Tequila Amaro.
No. I believe Batanga is what the beloved character Sheldon said in Big Bang Theory.
That's Bazinga, honey.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Please continue.
But maybe the After Dark Sheldon says that.
I thought Batanga was
Timu Sheldon said Batanga.
I thought Batanga was a character from Boy Meets World, so.
Oh, that's right.
I hate it here. This is my formal resignation from the podcast.
Yes, teenage Landon had a lot of thoughts about Batanga.
Okay. Well, now you can dream about this Batanga that has Reposado Tequila, Amaro, Cola Nut, Lime Cordial, Salt, and Bubbles. So imagine you get a little bit of a spritzer vibe from the highbrow Batanga. And then the only other featured cocktail we haven't mentioned is the Electron. Again, this one, it's coming at you with some heat, or not heat, but a little bit of spice. Mezcal, which is already smoky, carrot, cinnamon, lime, orange bitters, and pink peppercorn.
You lost me at carrot.
Carrot.
You had me, and then you lost me.
They just stick a carrot in there.
Oh, maybe it's like not a Bugs Bunny. Judy Hopps.
Judy Hopps. There you go.
I had to do the right, universe.
Yeah, well, I was thinking Bugs Bunny too.
Yeah. Okay.
So was I. Literally everybody was, and then we had to David around Disney. It's like, oh, okay, all right. Judy Hopps is fine.
Thanks for bringing us back, Stephers.
I try.
Okay. It's not outside the realm of possibility because I mean we see what Universal does with their Bloody Marys, where they put a whole damn charcuterie board on top of your drink when you order a Bloody Mary. But it's like I don't know. You got one drink that has leeks and onions in it, and then now you got carrots. And
they're just trying. They're really trying.
They are, Steppers. They are trying, but The zero proof cocktails are also kind of, I don't want to say weird. They're also out
weird.
There.
They're both weird.
I'll read these since they're zero proof, and I don't know what any of this means. Well, never mind.
Lord.
I don't know what seed lip is, but they have a
walnut bitters.
Yes, a walk through the garden is Seedlip Garden 108. Don't know what that is. I'm assuming that's a non-alcoholic something.
Yeah.
Basil, fennel, lemon, bitters, and bubbles.
Yeah.
What kind of bubbles? What?
Probably soda water.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Why didn't they just say soda water? And then they have a Manhattan in the morning, which is Seedlip Spice 94, Joffrey's Coffee Cold Brew. Yes, you heard that. Joffrey's Coffee Cold Brew. Maple Cherry Walnut Bitters.
Yeah.
I would have that one maybe to try.
Yeah.
Walnut bitters. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, and then they have the normal champagne, the rosé, the whites, the reds.
Yeah, they're gonna have wines and champagne. They do have beer as well, and there's a non-alcoholic IPA. I'm glad that they're adding, even though this is a 21 and up bar. There are plenty of people who want to participate in this who maybe don't drink alcohol, so they can participate. They've got a zero proof or couple zero proof cocktails.
Views
most definitely,
are
yes,
to participate.
Yes. Glad I am glad that they're including non-alcoholic options, not only in the beer, but the zero proof cocktails.
Yeah.
I wish that those were more available in these type of situations throughout the Disney park. So I am glad that Disney is introducing these into GEO-82, and I hope this is a sign of things to come. And they retroactively introduce these to other points in the resort.
Zoe's vomiting.
Really, nope.
She's had enough of this.
Nope. False alarm. We're good. Yeah.
So in addition to the drinks, of course, there will be some lounge food. It's a limited listing, but they do have a chef's selection, which is basically a charcuterie plate. They'll have cannellini hummus. They've got a fungi flatbread, or I would say fungi. I don't know how people say it.
Give me that fungi flatbread.
They've got a jumbo lump crab gâteau, and then truffled ahi tuna. So all this sounds very good. The food sounds interesting and fun. I'm interested in trying that stuff. But here's something I want to say about GEO-82, as we now have covered the food and drinks. Shouldn't there be more nods to like show scenes in Spaceship Earth in their menu? I feel like we're missing that.
Mm-hmm. I would agree with that, especially since, this is the Spaceship Earth bar. I mean, I know it's called GEO-82, and if you know, the name is a tip of the cap to Spaceship Earth, but people are going to call it the Spaceship Earth bar.
Yeah.
Let's call a spade. And going through this menu, our takeaway is they're leaning into spicy drinks as opposed to talking about the attraction that it is going to be tied to. I think you're 100% right there. Yeah, there needs to be more references to Spaceship Earth.
Yeah. How do we not have a Thank the Phoenicians cocktail? Something
or
like
just a Phoenicians cocktail, period.
Yeah,
none of this is really anything. Like, I look at this and if you didn't tell me this was in Spaceship Earth or whatever, I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't really know based on the menu.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. This could literally be anywhere on property, but because it's GEO-82 and it's Spaceship Earth bar, it's like, okay, all right, cool, whatever. I mean, it seems like the food menu sounds good. It's like, I mean, I would get down on that truffled ahi tuna and the jumbo lump crab. I'm not going to even try and pronounce that word. Gâteau. Again, hillbilly from East Tennessee. Not going to try it. And even though I kind of dunked on some of the drinks from the cocktail menu because it seems like Disney's trying real hard, I would definitely mess around with that old fashioned. But it's like nothing says Spaceship Earth to me about what we're going to be getting. Now, maybe once we get in there, the aesthetics and the feel would make me feel different, and the view. And we're about to talk about maybe the nighttime and the fireworks experience would change my mind. But at the same time, it's like what we have right now, what we're looking at before we get in there. I don't know why I'm talking like this. It doesn't say Spaceship Earth.
Right. Yeah, you hand me this menu, I wouldn't know. There's no connection, but that's fine.
Could literally be anywhere on property.
We're nitpicking just because that's what we do. We're filling an episode talking about GEO-82.
It's Spaceship Earth is my girl. Y'all know that.
Yeah, we love Spaceship Earth, so it feels like a little bit of a missed opportunity. But the good thing about a menu is it can be changed, it can be modified, it can be updated.
Oh boy, can it? Yeah,
yeah.
I still miss you, dim ribs.
Yeah, so maybe in the future we get some more things that are like, I don't know, like Greek theater related, or printing.
Rome is burning.
The printing. The Rome is burning.
Yes. Rome is burning barbecue.
You could have used the mezcal in a Rome is burning cocktail. Come on. It smells like it.
You know what I think?
Oh my God.
Okay, wait.
That was right there.
Listen. Whew. You know what I think is maybe this is speculation. Don't at me, but whatever. Maybe this is like a tester, like a teaser, this isn't the final menu.
Yeah, that could be true. And but it's the launch menu.
Okay, well, listen,
it is important. Yeah,
I just work here. I'm just trying to be.
But you work here. Work implies we get paid for this.
We get paid
after 7 years. We're getting paid.
Well. Don't get your hopes up.
Yeah.
Stephers, I appreciate you throwing him a bone. I'm just saying, from a PR perspective, you would expect.
No, I agree.
A launch menu to be a little different. But anyways, it's all good. The stuff sounds
The future
good.
is you. They could have done something with I hate it here. And now I'm going to the gears are going to turn for everything they could have named things. Yeah. Anyway, there's a firework experience if you want to spend $179 per person. We can talk about
Wait, give us the books. We can fix this.
Wait. So I just want to give us a shout out, the three of us in this podcast right now, because we said No,
the shout out's coming later in the episode.
But most likely, we had said before we even knew this, they were going to sell a firework dessert experience in this lounge.
Yeah, we nailed this one.
Yeah. So shout out to us. We knew it was coming, but good
job by us. We totally knew Disney is going to sell something if they can.
I mean, It was right there for
reviews. It really was. But, so they are offering a GEO-82 fireworks experience. It is $179 per person plus tax and gratuity, and you'll reserve a private table along the lounge windows, prime seating for Luminous, the Symphony of Us, Epcot's nighttime spectacular for now. The fireworks experience includes champagne handpicked by Walt Disney World sommeliers, or an event exclusive cocktail if you prefer. Oh, could it be Rome is Burning?
There's Rome is Burning. Yeah.
A tasting tower of savory bites. I'm not letting it go. Before the fireworks, a selection of sweets served during the show. And you can book it separately once reservations are open, because it is part of the Enchanting Extras collection. That's a little section on Disney's website. So, listen, I would do it. Hold on. Let me see the view first, and then I will do it.
That's $179 per person is a steep price, but I mean,
it is.
I'm thinking about the Magic Kingdom dessert parties. I mean, I guess this one is an upgrade because you're getting, champagne or exclusive cocktails. I'm sure it's basically plussed up bites and sips that you're getting, and it will be an amazing view, I think, of Luminous.
We assume because, again, to Stephers' point, we don't know what the view's actually going to be.
Yeah, I think I need to see what the view will be, but I mean. The thing is when you do a Magic Kingdom dessert party, not to poo-poo on them at all, but I've been one of the OGs that sit an hour before the show on Main Street, waiting for it. So I've experienced
get your spot,
and I've you know what I mean? So it's paying for something like that doesn't, and I'm also not a huge fan of Magic Kingdom food. So it's just not a thing for me. I love Happily Ever After, but I can go to the Contemporary, the Poly, you know what I mean? For that kind of vibe. I've even walked the park when Happily Ever After is going on, and that fills my cup. But with this, I haven't seen Luminous. So, and I love Spaceship Earth too. So I think it's the vibe of existing in Spaceship Earth, as amazing as it is, and then getting to just, it adds the magic. I think it might be worth it. I just have to see what it looks like, because in my head, it's giving Space 220, you know how spoiler, the windows are you're in space.
You are.
If it was whatever. If it's that kind of window vibe, but out looking toward where the fireworks are, I think that will be phenomenal.
Yeah. There are very tall, floor to ceiling windows in that lounge that go across the back of the building. You don't really pay attention to it because of where it was on Spaceship Earth. It's sort of above the exit. What do they call that? It used to be Project Tomorrow. Is that what they call that now?
I think they still call it Project Tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, I
don't think they changed it.
Disney's updated that because we can't sell anything in there, so we're not going to change it.
But quite frequently, it's sort of hidden because it sits a little bit back. It doesn't go all the way to the edge of Project Tomorrow, I think, if I'm picturing this right. So you don't really look at it. You
totally call it Product Tomorrow and sell it. Sorry, anyway.
Anyways, I think you're right, Stephers. I totally get what you're saying. But I will say, so I just looked it up because I wanted to have this for reference. The Magic Kingdom Fireworks Dessert Party ranges from $119 to $129, tax included. That's tax included. And you get an assortment of beer and wine. You get a variety of cheeses. You get delicious desserts. And then when I did the fireworks party, they also had the pizza spring rolls and the cheeseburger spring rolls available. As many as you wanted, as much as you could eat. They had stuff like that out as well. So, and I will say this to anyone who wants to hear it. I think that the Magic Kingdom fireworks party is great. I really enjoyed doing that. But this is, now we're talking, you add $50 to that, and that doesn't include tax and gratuity.
Gratuity. Yeah. I wanted to bring that up. Yeah. Because this is I'm assuming a sit down experience, and you need to take care of the cast members that take care of you as well.
Yeah. So
I don't know. I'm going to say, let me see the view, but I do think you're getting a little bit more of an elevated experience. I think it's subjective. I think it's subjective, but as someone who loves Epcot as a park, I think this is a great feature for it. I don't know. That's just
I don't disagree with what Stephers says. I am kind of curious with some of the language here. Savory bites before the show, and then a selection of sweets served during the show. Does that mean once the show's over, all right, GTFO?
Yeah, I think that's how that usually goes.
Yeah.
I think they usually start to clean up probably toward the finale, and then they
also sweets during the show. Do you really want to be meandering during let's just call it a buffet line? Do you want to be going through the buffet line during the show that you dropped $180 ahead for?
Well, maybe, because if it's the floor to ceiling windows and you have I can't imagine the space, but if the space is only so large, you know what I mean? I don't think you're going to necessarily miss anything, depending. That's what I'm saying. I need to see the layout and the vibe, but I think in my head, you're not going to miss much depending on how they lay it out. You know what I mean? You still be able to enjoy it if I don't know. That's my vibe.
I think what you said, you need to see how it's laid out is the linchpin here. We need to see what you get for the $179 plus tax and gratuity gets you for this. I foresee myself and the smoking hot fiance, future smoking hot wife.
Whoa! First time I've heard that. That's nice. I like it.
Cute.
And this is the first time I've said it, and it's going to be recorded. Neat. I foresee us doing this in the future because Luminous is a very important part of our relationship, and Epcot is a very important part of our relationship. But to Stepper's point, I want to see what this 180 ahead is going to get everybody.
Yeah, good point. I am taking away from this just based on the wording. And by the way, we have an article about this on dismornings.com. This is where we pulled all our information. So go check dismornings.com. But this to me sounds like you are seated. You're at your table. You've got a position by these floor to ceiling windows, and you are being served these items. Like that tasting tower is brought to you before the show. And then the sweets come out and they deliver them to your table during the show. That's what I think is happening.
Okay. All right.
Well,
so you don't have to go to the buffet.
I don't think it's a buffet line.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
You're selling me more.
Okay. So you don't have to miss out on the show that you dropped 180 ahead plus tax and gratuity for. Right. All right. I like that. I like that.
So and that is a plussed up experience compared to the Magic Kingdom experience that you do have to go through buffet lines to get your stuff.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, that might make it even more of a positive. That might make it more reason why it costs it most $50 more than it would in the Magic Kingdom for a dessert party for fireworks. Yeah. Okay. All right. Still, $180 is $180.
Still a lot.
Yeah. Let's not downplay that. That said, I did just say less than a minute ago that this is something I see myself dropping 2 tickets on in the future. Yeah. So
I'd love to do it, but I will wait and see how it goes.
I will say though, okay, don't at me, but I'm just going to compare this to other experiences that you can do in the park. And it'll probably be around the same price with a gratuity as building a lightsaber.
Yeah.
Isn't that
literally
$100?
Same thing.
I thought that's where you were going. Yeah.
So,
yep.
I will say, if you're not a Star Wars fan and you like eating food, you know what I mean? There are different strokes for different folks, and this could just be your version of building a lightsaber.
Build your food lightsaber.
Yeah.
In your gut.
Whoa, that's disgusting. I went with it and I regretted it right away. Anyway, that's all I have to say on that. I'm going to just
Stephers is muted. Yeah.
A food lightsaber. Oh, that's gross. May the 4th be with all of us.
It's true. Well, I think it sounds exciting. Like we all are sort of saying, we'll wait and see how the execution of the fireworks experience goes before maybe we drop the money on it. But I think we're all interested in that. But I know for sure we'll all visit this lounge. It'll be interesting to see how hard it is to get a reservation there. But
reservations make me kind of raise my eyebrows because if I'm being honest, I still haven't been in Space 220, and that's partially because I couldn't get a reservation, partially because your boy just stopped trying because he didn't really hear great reviews. So we'll see. We'll see when I can experience a GEO-82.
I'm willing to go with you. I told you, I think I told you all that Casey and I did a walk up for the Space 220 lounge, and we only waited about 25 minutes before they took us up. And so you can still.
I don't think it's worth it.
I like it. I mean, you don't have to order from the prefix menu, and you can try some of the food, and they have the special cocktails. I don't know. I think it's fun.
All right. I mean, like I want to check it out just for the gimmick alone.
Yeah.
I mean, like if we're keeping kayfabe, just to go to space. But yeah. All right. But again, like I do think the hang up might be reservations, at least in the early window.
Also, are they going to shuffle you out after 45 minutes? That's the other question, which...
Yeah, I did notice there was no mention of a time frame of how long you can be in there. So maybe that means there's not going to be a time limit?
Oh, there will be. There'll have to be, because people would get in there and stay all day if they could.
Because if they have reservations, people would just sit on their table all day and be like, man, look at this park. And be like, yeah, look. A cast member would be like, yeah, look at this park. Go experience it. Get out.
Yeah, they'll do the thing where they gently tell you your time is up like they do at Oga's. They're like, okay, do you want a drink to go? Because it's been 45 minutes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So... Anyways, we will see how it all goes very, very soon. We're a month away from GEO-82, but we're only a break away from getting to the monorail question of the last several weeks that we've been talking about, Villains Unfairly Ever After. We're going to talk about that, and we're doing a Ask Us Anything style show here to wrap up episode 250. So who knows what pitfalls awaits us.
I really hope nobody asks me for my social security question or number.
Yeah, because you'll just give it. You have to.
I mean, I have to. That's the law. If anybody asks you anything under an Ask Me Anything, you have to tell them.
It's true.
True.
All right. Well, we'll take a break, and on the other side,
said so.
On the other side, we're going to get Landon's social security number. So stick around. We'll be right back. Hey, Monorail fam. Are you planning a trip to Walt Disney World and you're looking for a way to save a few dollars? Well, let me recommend my friends at Vacation Grocery Delivery. You can visit their website at vacationgrocerydeliveryfl.com. This is a company owned by former Disney cast members, and their service goes beyond groceries. You can order strollers, coolers, or even birthday cakes. They have easy online ordering, and you can add item-specific notes for all your preferences. There's even a special water delivery option for $4.49. Their fees are $25 for delivery plus a 5% service fee. A $20 activation fee applies but is refunded after you make your payment. Use the promo code DIZMornings for $5 off any grocery order or $10 off any 2 items on the Magical Extras. Make sure you schedule that delivery at least 3 days before you need it, and they're going to take care of you. Thank you, Vacation Grocery Delivery. Virtual fist bump, vacationgrocerydeliveryfl.com. Welcome back to the Monorail. It is Justin Monorail, Stephers, and Landon the Doz Doane back for a very special segment of episode 250, and this is where we get to have that conversation with the Monorail fam. So this was back before. Actually,
that's that conversation. All right. So when a man and a woman love each other,
not that one.
No,
not that one.
All right.
Not today.
Okay.
Not today, Satan. Actually, this was initially set up when Stephers was in town. She was here for for Landon's birthday. So this was a month ago. And
that was a month ago.
We started talking about the villains Unfairly Ever After. And Stephers, I want to give you credit because it was your idea to ask, like, well, what 3 villains would you want to see host this show? Because we all kind of felt like the choice of Hook, Cruella, and Maleficent was okay, but odd.
A choice.
It's a choice. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we opened it up to the Monorail fam and we said, which 3 Disney villains would you choose to host a live stage show at Walt Disney World? And I added a little kicker just for fun. I don't know. Not everyone enjoyed this, but I said also, who of your 3 villains would be the Justin Monorail, the Landon the Doz Doane, and the Stephers? So some people had fun with that. Other people totally ignored that question.
That's totally fine. Also, I appreciate you using my government name when you put it in the question.
That's how people know you. So, just trying to keep it, like you said, kayfabe.
Well, as a matter of fact, when you say that's how people know me, Natalie, I didn't mention this when I was down a month ago. Me and the Smoking Hot, at the time girlfriend, now fiance, we were at Enchanted Rose, and I hear Landon the Doz Doane, and I turn around and Natalie just materialized. So I finally got to meet Natalie. It was incredible.
That's pretty awesome, and a cool place to meet Natalie. Actually,
it was. Yeah, so. Natalie's awesome. By the way, Natalie, if you're listening, I need to talk to you. The Smoking Hot fiance is interested in doing Run Disney events, and I can't think of a better person to talk to about that.
They have a whole podcast, Stride Sisters, isn't it called? I think Natalie does a podcast all about Run Disney. But yes,
not sponsored, just cool people.
Yeah. Oh, and you know what? As part of episode 250, I just want to say we've made a lot of connections with a lot of very cool people. Some of them had podcasts before. Some of them started them during. Some of them, some of them were sort of inspired by interacting with us and created their own, avenues of interaction and influencing. And I feel hesitant to start listing names of podcasts because I know
we're going to forget people
off. But I do want to say, because I feel like I haven't given them a proper shout out in a while, Hyperion Adventures podcast. I feel like they started a very similar time. Tom and Michelle have been doing this great podcast for just as many years as us, and it's wonderful. You got to check them out. And also Theme Park Thursday with Dillo's Diz. They were like the OGs, our first crossover. Yeah. Frank and Jen, best sibling podcast out of New York about Disney that you'll ever hear in your life. So shout out to the OGs.
Yeah.
And then, because he's also,
there's no projection.
There's no projection. What'd you say? What's happening? What'd I do?
Nothing.
Did I do something wrong?
Continue.
Oh, okay. And then, I was just going to say to Jeremy and Rhonda from Main Street Magic, shout out to them because we've worked with them a lot. They've been on our show. We've been on theirs. And Jeremy participates in our Monday Morning Monorail fam on the Facebook group as well. So shout out to all those people. And
we might be hearing his name later, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, exactly.
We love you all. And even if you weren't mentioned, we still love you.
Yeah.
Oh, and a blog, Main Street Electrical Arcade. Not an audio format, but he came on during the Doz Does Disney days for an episode. I want to give him a shout out. If you love Disney and you love old school or Disney themed video games, check him out. Love what he does over there.
Very good stuff. All right.
Yeah, we've made a lot of really cool friends over this whole 7. Oh my God, we've been doing this for 7 years.
7 years.
Oh, I need to get a better hobby.
Finally, that mirror that I broke in year 1, the curse is finally over.
I'm having an existential crisis.
Oh, no. Don't do that now. Not live on the show.
Well, while you have your existential crisis...
keep rolling. It will make great content.
Okay.
I'm going to read Aurora's because I love Aurora.
Okay.
Aurora said, Beauty and the Beast is my favorite Disney Renaissance movie, so I have to pick Gaston. He's the egotistical buffoon who's also evil and such a great character in the park. He'd be great. I know it would be difficult, but I would also love to see Scar there. He's such a diva, and I'm sure he'd have plenty of opportunities to steal the show. Be prepared. True.
Oh, good song.
And because I think
nice.
you need an iconic classic villain, I'd pick the evil queen from Snow White to lead this bunch. We could have have a costume change and have her show up as the old hag. I'm just happy Disney is showcasing the villains during a regular park day and not behind a separately paid event.
Yep.
Retweet.
Great point, especially that last part. I totally agree with Aurora, not only in her picks of the villain. I love the fact that they are featuring the villains, and it's not like a villain ever after. It's not behind a not so scary Christ event.
Yeah.
You can just go see it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And by the way, Aurora is my favorite member of the Monorail fam.
Very good. We got a response here, and we don't hear from Cocktail Bob's beautiful wife very often, but I'm going to throw it to Christina now. She jumped in on the Monorail fam. Yeah, someone did agree to marry Bob, and she stuck she stuck with him for years, and so
all 85 feet of him.
So shout out to Christina, but she said, I know Bob listens to the show every week, so I know he's going to enjoy that.
Hi, Bob.
Hey, Bob. She says, I would pick Ursula. She's just so fun as a villain. Then Cruella de Vil. She's truly villainous, but also fabulous. And lastly, Maleficent, because I just love the Angelina Jolie version. I also realize I picked all women, which is pretty cool.
Girl power.
Yeah. I love the Ursula pick. See, that's one of the ones I feel like is missing from the lineup. Like, even if you had to make it like 4 or 5 hosts, like, you got to get Ursula in there. I think that's,
I still think they should rotate hosts.
Yeah.
But that's just my opinion.
Most definitely. The only issue with Ursula, even though I totally agree with you, is, she don't have legs.
Well, no, but like they made
She's an octopus lady. It's going to be hard to get her out there to like roast the crowd and stuff like that, or even host and bring people out, or spooky ghosts and stuff like that, but she got no legs.
That's true.
But if you could figure it out, like even if it's like on a forklift or something, that would be
forklift. They bring her a forklift.
Okay, maybe not a forklift. That might take away from some of her evilness.
No, you just have like a ball gown that has tentacles, and it's the facade of it all. Not to ruin the Disney. It's fine. Anyway, nice. Forklift, sure.
Forklift is just
or they lower her down from the ceiling like that one bear in Country Bear Jamboree.
Mm-hmm. They could do that. She could be.
Nope. Go back to the forklift. I like that idea. All right. Speaking of Cocktail Bob, we have the man, the myth, the 75-foot man himself. He is saying Dr. Facilier, Jafar, and Captain Hook, all men to even out my wife's picks. All right, so y'all have that one for therapy.
And I said this in the response on the Facebook group, but I feel like it's appropriate. I just want to say it now. Thank goodness someone's finally speaking up for the men.
Exactly. Yeah,
I hate it here.
Yeah, us men have had it so rough for so long.
I just can't. Anyway, Chelsea
for the patriarchy.
Chelsea agrees with Aurora. Her top picks would be Gaston and the Evil Queen. We have all seen the interactions they have with guests at Disneyland on the Tickety Talk. I did read that as it was typed. Pull that personality into a show and bam, magic. I'm not sure who would be who. Landon would definitely be Gaston, just because I think he could throw shade pretty easily without even meaning to. Stephers would be a bad A, Evil Queen, because this is a family show. That would leave Mr. J Monorail to be Scar. Sorry. Oh yeah, Scar would also be my third choice. I could see him being in charge of a couple height. That's disrespectful.
Hey,
you can't call me a bad A queen and then call me a hyena. Hold on a second.
It's like herding hyenas over here every Monday. No, that's funny.
Which hyena would that make? Wait, no, I just figured out which hyena that would make.
Yes,
right.
yes.
Ed?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You're Ed.
Yeah, the one with brain damage. That tracks, though. That also tracks, yeah.
It's fine.
I love Scar, so I take it. I'll be Scar. No one's prepared.
Okay, Jeremy Irons.
No one's prepared. Oh, I love Jeremy Irons.
Oh, he's such a badass. Oh, wait, bad A, sorry.
So those were our responses in the Facebook group, and then we hop over to the Discord, and we had some people sound off as well. We got Chicago Paul, 76. He said, leading off the show, the Evil Queen, the original baddie, deserves to lead off. Next, we're going to need an adrenaline rush, Gaston. He could interact with those in the front row. He's the closest thing Walt Disney World has to Universal's Grinch or Megatron when it comes to fan interactions. And that's closing down the show, Dr. Facilier. Perhaps in the days gone, I'd be risking the penalty box, but rules be damned in 2025. Taking villains from any Disney property, I'd go with, from the Marvel Universe, the Grand Master, Jeff Goldblum from Thor Ragnarok.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's good. From Star Wars, give me the Emperor, but not the hooded one. I want him as the president from Attack of the Clones. And finally, this is my list, and the penalty box was lost to Canadian tariffs. From partial Disney property, I want a Dalek. Get me one of those or maybe a Cyberman. In full transparency, this list was made on a cruise after a day of drinking. Thinking back, I want to swap one.
So real.
From
Hell yeah, Paul. Hell yeah. I've moved on to bourbon during this part of the podcast, so I raised my bourbon to you.
Well, he wants the Evil Queen to hand out apples. Not sure that would be safe. Or hygienic.
Oh yeah, no, probably not. And also the poison aspect of it. I'm not worried about the hygiene. I'm worried about the poison.
Yeah, but anyway, very good. Thank you, Paul. Great list, and I love going out. Coloring outside the lines is encouraged these days. There is no penalty box, as you said.
The Grandmaster is just a slam freaking dunk.
Oh yeah, lost to tariffs. So all good. Landon, you got Katrina.
Oh, yeah, sure. Katrina, who is my favorite member of the Monorail fam, the Evil Queen to lead the show. She says Gaston is a must. And last but not least, Hades. I'm imagining Gaston constantly trying to look at himself in the Evil Queen's mirror. I could also see the Evil Queen rolling her eyes repeatedly at everything Hades and Gaston says and does. Sorry. That one's on me, not Katrina. Which brings me to who is who. The baddie Evil Queen is obviously our very own baddie, Stephers, as she flips her hair. That didn't translate to an audio podcast.
It's fine. Go to YouTube.
She's going to make me say it. Zaddy Monorail equals Gaston. You got me, Katrina. And Landon as Hades, because both are comical. Thank you, Katrina, because you are my favorite member of the Monorail family.
Oh my goodness, that's
I didn't even plan for you.
Say Zaddy.
I didn't even plan for you to have to read that one specifically for that reason, but I'm glad it worked out that way.
Yeah, it really did. Oh, and then the last one is our bestie Natalie. 3 villains. I really want to say Froyo every time
I literally just thought the same thing. I'm right there with you, Stephers.
I'm calling him Froyo. Ursula and Hades, each is cutting in their own way, and I think would make a devious trio. I'm not sure in good conscience that I can assign one of y'all to be Froyo so you can fight amongst yourselves. It's Justin.
I'm Froyo.
There's no fighting.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
You're Froyo.
And then obviously I'm Hades because Katrina said so. So congratulations, Stephers. You don't got legs.
That's fine.
Yeah. You're like Lieutenant
Dan.
We're terrible. Anyway, ask us anything. I'm already regretting this decision.
Okay.
Zoe, stop.
Okay, so I just have to say, I had to refresh myself on Claude Froyo. He's from The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
He is, yeah.
Oh, I could have told you that. I actually knew who that was. I just didn't know how to pronounce his name, to be honest.
Frollo.
He's the baddie.
Frollo.
Well, because in Spanish, double L's are a Y. So
is that true? Yeah. I thought that. In Spanish, that's true. I thought.
Yeah.
My brain.
That's what I'm saying.
My brain's so confused. I thought you said French, and I was like, I didn't know. I thought that was a Spanish thing.
I don't do French anyway. Aurora, ask us a question, please.
All right, so we're down to that wraps up we finally put a bow on the
we paid it off
on the.
It only took us a month.
Now we can get to the Ask Us Anything. So we
are good podcasters. As my dog literally barked as I said that.
We were just building up anticipation.
Anticipation.
Yeah, that's right. All right, so here we get to the Ask Us Anything for the big episode 250. So we did, again, I posted this on the Monday Morning Monorail fam on Facebook, the Discord as well, and I even threw it out on the Blue Sky. I don't know that we have we have listeners on the Blue Sky, but they don't interact as much there. I'm hoping to build that up. So if you're on the Blue Sky.
Come on, Blue Sky. Come on.
Yeah, give us some shouts.
Yeehaw!
Aurora started out. Did you want to read the Aurora question, Stephers?
It's your turn. It's your turn.
Okay.
It's your turn.
All right. So she says, "Ooh, I have a question. What will it take for Landon to join Justin and Stephers at HHN? Think of the content." Aurora, I agree with you so much, but it's just not going to happen. I don't think it's ever going to happen.
He's too much of a weenie.
$1 billion.
$1 billion.
Yeah.
He's too
For
much of a
me
weenie.
and Second Harvest, so $2 billion.
I mean,
That is what it will take, Aurora. I don't disagree with Stephers or you, the content, and I don't disagree with what Stephers says. I am a weenie. Yes. I was literally in the park for Halloween Horror Night, and I got scared off of the streets and had to take refuge into Finnegan's the entire night.
well,
$2 billion. That is my price. Billion with a B.
wait. I have a thought. And trust me, this is never going to happen, but I just want to put it out there. Let's say...
Hold on. Let me pick up my bourbon before you start. Go ahead.
Let's say someday Universal asks us out to be part of the media that covers HHN. Would you do it at that point? Because you get to go through with your camera on in the houses, and we would be able to actually capture that content. If it happens, it's not going to happen.
He's thinking. He's really thinking.
I'm just saying.
He's thinking real hard. It's not a no. It's not a no, because it would have been immediate if it was a no.
Yeah, I would do it.
Oh, yes.
Petition.
Okay.
Petition.
I'm calling Universal right now.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
It's never going to happen. But if it did.
Bourbon, why did you do this to me? Oh no.
All
This
right.
is the first time alcohol has ever betrayed me.
Well,
Did y'all know that alcohol makes you do bad things?
it does. Yeah, it's true.
Oh my god.
Well, we'll make sure you're good and lubed up if you ever have to do it. But that would be
Oh my god.
that'd be a fun time.
Stephers, I'm stealing a line from you. I hate it here.
Well, we did find something though. That's good. That's the one thing that has.
So $2 billion, or if Universal decides to buy us out
Give us a media pass
for a night.
Yep, that would be good.
Oh my god.
It's on record. Hey, so the other thing we asked people was if you had a favorite moment from the last 7 years or 250 plus episodes of the Monday Morning Monorail, and Aurora shared some thoughts here too. So she said, "There have been so many great moments throughout the years, it's hard to pick one. I love that every time a baby animal is born on the Disney resort, I'll hear a plug to name it Monday Morning Monorail. I know I'll get hungry when a new foodie guide drops and you will discuss it and list your most anticipated dishes. But I remember one time I had to pause the podcast because I was laughing so hard. You were discussing the upcoming HHN season and talking about the possibility of a Jurassic Park inspired house, and the Isla Nublar idea got mentioned again. Justin's "I want to get spit on" and Landon's "Save it for the OnlyFans" had me in stitches. and then Stephers quickly tried to steer the conversation away to SeaWorld. Oh, wow. Listening to you all every week is always a bright moment that brings me so much joy, and I really appreciate you for letting me forget the world and have a few laughs. Congratulations on episode 250, and cheers to 250 more. Yeah, that was nice.
Thank you.
That's so sweet. Remember when we used to be the official podcast of SeaWorld?
Oh my gosh. We got out
are
just
still
in
the
time.
official podcast of SeaWorld.
We got out just in time, guys. I don't know if you saw, but they opened a new attraction.
Oh, I saw. And it injured people.
The sign,
Oh no! Okay, we
my.
are no longer the official
We're
podcast
not.
of
No.
SeaWorld.
the sign fell off and landed on a lady, and yeah, it's not good. Come on, SeaWorld.
Oh no! That is, I know. So, a lady got hit.
Not good.
Also, I know I gave Stephers fun grief for not reading the. I'm going into these cold. I have not
Me
read
too.
these. I started to check on the thread earlier this week, but I decided no. I want to read these as we're going through them. I want to hear them as I like. So you're gonna get my honest reactions.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I don't remember saying I want to get spit on, but I'm just saying.
You did say that.
I don't disavow it, and I stand by it. I just don't remember.
But
saying
and also again, save it for the OnlyFans.
oh god.
Landon, do you want the next one or do you want me to read the next one?
No, I got this.
All right, say less.
From
Thank
Paul.
goodness.
Sorry if this is a bit long, but answers should be fairly short. First question is for me, Landon. Where does the origin of the Doz nickname come from? Also, how much of the infrastructure of Doz Does Disney still exists? Like, what happens if I say Kite Tails?
I missed that show.
If the producer drops it, Paul, to the answer of that last question, we'll find out. For Justin, Disney has just gifted you a monorail car. Just the car, no tracks. What would you do with it, assuming space to place is not an issue? And last but not least, Stephers. You overhear someone outside Fast and the Furious Supercharged talking crap about E.T., claiming Fast and the Furious is a superior attraction. It's go time. Which co-host do you take into battle with you? Justin or Landon? And finally, for all three, Disney, Universal, or SeaWorld has allowed you to personally take a wrecking ball to attraction. Which is it?
Oh.
As for a favorite memory, both are from the spinoff Doz Does Disney. First, the episode with Fast Pass Standby Snack Break. You remember that thing? We did that. For the 3 nighttime shows at the time, and Landon actually did the Kite Tails sound every time I said it. I said it a lot, and the consummate professional Landon filled in the sound every time. And second was the last episode where Landon took us all on to use a wrestling analogy, Mark Henry retirement moment, where he said that it was the last episode, but Monday Morning Monorail was returning. Glad to have you all together forever. Forever. And also, to use another wrestling analogy, we could go Terry Funk forever. This show is a warm hug. Wow. Paul. That is amazing. Paul is my favorite member of the Monorail family. Okay, so I guess I'll start. We'll take it from the top.
Yeah.
The origin of the Doz nickname comes from when I was a teenager. My gamer tag was Landoz. And then just throughout the ages, it got shortened to the Doz. And when I had to find a moniker when I got on the air at 88.3 WMTS, back when I got into radio in Murfreesboro, 88.3 WMTS is the college radio station in Murfreesboro at MTSU. I decided to go with the Doz. And ever since then, I've been the Doz on air. But I mean, like, Jay, you can talk about it. It's like, I've been the Doz for a long time.
Mm-hmm. That's true. But what inspired Landoz as your gamer tag? Was it just, you just like the sound of it?
I like the sound of it. And also, you know, it's like when I decided to come up with it, you know, I was of the age where it's like, you know, Z sounds cool.
Yeah, Z's cool.
And also it's like, you know, I'm a heavy metal kid, so, you know, obviously Ozzy was a big influence on me. So Doz.
Yep.
So again, I was a very little kid, of the impressionable youth, as it was. So I made that bridge a very short bridge to get there, if we're being completely honest. So I've always latched onto that, and just for whatever reason, it's like lop off the land, stuck with the Doz.
Yeah, all right.
It worked out for you, though.
Yeah, thank you. I think so. The Doz still lives on, and I think I answered the second part of your question. We'll find out how much of the infrastructure of Doz Does Disney still lives on, because we'll find out what happens when I say Kite Tails.
I currently don't have that sound effect, so you're going to have to send it to me if you have.
I will send it to you. I will send it to you because I've now said it 3 times. Okay, I will send it to both of you because Kite Tails 4 times.
Oh, dang it. All right, enough of that. Yeah. Okay.
So monorail car.
For mine, the monorail car. This is the first thing that popped in my mind, and I think that this would work nicely. I want to put it in my backyard. Had to be a better way to say that. And I want to make it a tiki bar. I want a monorail tiki bar behind my house.
I would go to your backyard.
You can't stay out of my backyard.
I can't. Just want to get in that backyard.
Oh, I gotta think about. I should think before I speak.
Phrasing. It's fine. Anyway,
After
tiki bar out of
7
a
years, it
monorail.
finally occurs to you. Yes, thank you.
Wild. Well, that sounds fun. I think that'd be really a great time. You could get Cocktail Bob to help you, like,
He'd help
finesse
me.
it, you know?
He'd help me build it out, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Not that you need help. It's more like he just already has a bar. You know what I'm saying?
He knows what
Anyway.
he's doing.
He knows his way around a backyard.
Anyway, I'm going to answer this blasphemous question in which Paul has asked. Honestly, out of all the questions you would have asked, this doesn't surprise me. Like, I feel like it's just like the most, let me pit so-and-so against each other. Number one, if someone was talking crap about E.T., I would look them in the face and say, wait, family show, hold on, let me think about what I would actually say. Something to the effect of,
I wish you had just gone on a rant. We could have just
nope.
bleeped the whole thing. Just beep.
Oh, that would have
for
been
like
great.
15
Yeah.
seconds.
something to the effect of Fast and the Furious being a POS ride and you have no taste. However, if I had to take somebody into battle with me, I would take Beetlejuice. I understand that wasn't an option in the question,
That's fine.
but penalty boxes have been shipped to Canada or something. So, period. Since I'm already talking, I guess I could just, wreck an attraction as well.
You got to pick a Universal one. I can do a SeaWorld one. We'll let Lena do a
that's
Disney.
right.
Okay, I'm going to wreck one that's not Fast and the Furious because I feel like that's too easy to
Okay.
do. If I had to pick an attraction to wreck that is not Fast and the Furious, I'd probably... let me think. I might actually have to think because Fast and the Furious was just like an easy answer for me. But I want to do something different. Y'all go first.
I think that's the right answer, though.
That's the
That
right
is the
answer,
right
but that's
answer,
not the only answer.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
All right. Well, I put myself in position of saying I would say one from SeaWorld. I really don't want to.
The Odyssey. Or
Yeah, the
whatever
new ride, Expedition Odyssey.
Yeah, because it's going to apparently be closed due to a lawsuit.
It's wrecking itself, to be honest. Let me pick something from Disney. If I had to take a wrecking ball to a Disney attraction, ooh, gosh, you can hurt a lot of feelings doing this. Huh?
I know, you really can.
Can I say Stitch? Oh, wait a minute. I'm being handed something.
Is it the answer to this question?
I'm being told Stitch is still closed.
Oh.
Thank you. Oh my God, that's a callback. Oh my God. Oh yeah. For all of our day oneers out there. Yeah.
All right, Landon. I punted. Over to you.
What's the name of the stupid car ride in
Tomorrowland Speedway.
World?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not
Get wrecked.
Future World either.
Tomorrowland. Yeah, that thing. Still, get wrecked. I
Okay.
hate that thing.
I have an answer.
Makes riding around on the people mover smell like gas at one point.
That's a good answer. All right, Steffers, what have you
Wow,
got?
stinky. I actually like the Tomorrowland Speedway. All right, so my answer is technically a twofold, mostly because it's the type of attraction, but I would get rid of Jimmy Fallon, the Race Through New York,
there you go.
or Despicable Me.
Yes.
The OG,
Yeah.
the OG one.
Yeah, the motion theater one. Oh, so bad.
Let me tell you, I think that they have such better technology now where they could make it better.
Yeah.
They ripped out Shrek for that. That was such a bummer.
Bring back Shrek. You should have made Shrek
Honestly, yeah.
like Born Stuntacular. That's what they should have done.
Well, you're talking about the Minion Mayhem, not Villain Con.
Yes,
Right.
correct.
So Minion Mayhem replaced. It was like a Hanna-Barbera 3D
Bring that back. That's better.
attraction. Yeah, that
would be awesome.
It was better.
That was
It was
better.
so much better.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, those are
Wait,
great.
aren't we talking about the same thing?
No, Villain
No,
Con's across
you're
the street. It's
talking
a
about the-
shooting
yeah.
game, and that replaced Shrek. There's two
Yeah.
Minion rides now.
There's a whole Minion corridor of corridoring.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay.
I'm on
Also,
Chelsea.
before we move on to explain Paul's reference, a Mark Henry retirement moment. Mark Henry a professional wrestler, also a gold medal winner for the United States, came out on an episode of Monday Night Raw teasing his retirement. And John Cena, the guy from Peacemaker, and also a wrestler, him too, came out to hug him, give him the championship, and then Mark Henry slammed him and said he ain't done yet. So that is what he's referring to when he says a Mark Henry moment, when I said the last episode of Doz Does Disney, and then I spoiled, or rather revealed, that the Monday Morning Monorail was coming back.
Yep.
So there you go.
Slay.
All right. Stephers, take the Chelsea question.
Okay, Chelsea asks, how did you all meet? First question. And technically there's a 2-part answer, so we'll just wait for that. Of all the resorts had a $99 special a night, deluxe, and good neighbor included, which would you stay in and why? That's an easy answer. If money were no object, would any of you get married / renew vows at Disney? Stepher / Landon, would you move to Florida just to be closer to the parks, or is living away from them create a distance that makes the love grow fonder vibe? I'm not a coaster fan, but I love Big Thunder and Seven Dwarfs. What rides at Universal could I ride? I want to visit again, but I just don't know what to get on. Maybe an across the Universal topic. Sorry for the question, but I just listened to Justin / Stephers and it piqued my interest. Oh, well, thanks for listening to us.
Thank you.
Well, you can listen to me, Chelsea.
Well, she is right now.
Okay,
She's hearing you as we speak.
I George, Chelsea, you're my favorite member of the Monorail fam.
How I Met Y'all is an easy one, so I'll do that because I don't actually know how you and Landon met. I know how you know each other, but I don't know how you met. I don't think.
Okay.
Maybe I do. I don't know. Anyway, I met these men. Sorry, I was going to say something really not nice.
I don't know what was about to happen.
I met these men on the internet. Adam, hashtag waiting
As
for
Stephers
Adam.
does. No.
Yeah. I did meet my husband on Tinder. Anyway, hashtag waiting for Adam. I was looking for Disney podcasts and he tagged Monday Morning Monorail and Delos Diz. And then I was the notable Universal person. And so when Parks and Monorails was a thing, I would be in the chat. And then a beautiful friendship was born.
It's true. Yeah. We decided we needed a Universal representative because we were pretty novice, or just we were outside of the realm of Universal knowledge. And so that was kind of the impetus to bring you on. I think, did you come on Parks and Monorail's? I know you were in the chat, but you came on the show, right?
I came on a few times, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So that kind of started it. And then we started doing just random drop-ins where we would bring Stephers on to do Across the Universal with Stephers on the Monday Morning Monorail. But yeah, that's really how it started. And as she said, a beautiful friendship was born from there. And now we're bad boys for life.
Hashtag.
But Landon and I have known each other his whole life because our parents knew each other. They worked together, and actually Landon's the Lotus and Landon's dad Frank were my godparents. They are my godparents. So literally we've known each other. I'm a little older than Landon, so I say his whole life. And it's
barely
basically, I've always called, to most people, without having to go into a lot of detail, I used to just always say that Landon was my cousin. I mean, because we're practically family. We're family.
Yeah. I mean, we are family. It's I without getting into the backstory, it's I no longer have a brother. I had a brother, but I do have a brother in Justin. It's we've known each other, literally what he says, my entire life. And Justin is my brother.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how we met. And it's I did make occasional appearances on Parks and Monorail, which, God, that's a throwback back to 2020. It's that is how we all met. And then it's I ended up officiating, I throw air quotes up there, Stepher's wedding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, that is how our friendship.
Okay, wait. We have to clarify. The air quotes is because me and my husband were already married.
Yes.
This was just a ceremony in front of everyone that wasn't COVID related.
Right.
You can't just put quotes without context.
The reason I throw up air quotes is because a friend of the family who is also a minister started giving me a whole bunch of grief. It's you can't do that, Landon. You're not ordained. It's yes, I know.
Thank you. Yes.
Oh,
wow.
I'm not
he really.
it's I understand what I'm doing, God bless America. But yeah,
True.
that is how we all met. And I mean, to Stepher's point, a beautiful friendship. Bad boys for life.
True.
Absolutely.
Big true. Okay. Resort had a $99 special. I'm doing 2 because.
You Lord. Oh, you're doing 2. Okay.
Well, because Universal and Disney.
Oh.
So I'm going to do one of each.
Okay. All right.
Universal, this is super easy. Helios. Duh. And then for Disney, Riviera would be that's my top one that I want to stay at.
Okay.
That's nice.
Right.
Yeah. I'll do a universal answer. Mine would be Hard Rock because I do want to stay at Helios, but like Hard Rock to me was the first you can just walk to the park kind of hotel that Universal had. I mean, you can walk from the other ones, but Hard Rock's right there. Like, so I would want to stay at Hard Rock. Plus, it's a cool looking hotel and, Hard Rock. It's awesome. For Disney, I'm going to say one I haven't stayed at because my favorite is just always going to be the Contemporary. I just think it's so cool. And I'm such a monorail fan. Having the monorail go through the hotel is amazing. But I've never had a chance to stay at the Polynesian, so I'd like to stay at the Polynesian. That's my $99 special.
Well, I'm going to steal from both of you. I am going to go my Universal pick, Helios, from Stephers. And then I'm going to steal from Jay for my Disney. I'm going to go Poly, but I'm going to go Poly Bungalow.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, my God.
Win. You win.
Yep.
You win.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Landon, if money were no object, would you get married or renew vows at Disney?
Oh, sweet Jesus. I was hoping we forgot that part of the question. This has actually been a part of the conversation if we're between just friends, of course. Nobody's listening to this. Right? Mm-hmm. I'm not a bridezilla, of course, but if money was no option, Tree of Life at night.
Yep.
I mean, of course, it would have to be at night. They can't shut down the animal kingdom, but I mean, like, Disney has a whole website for weddings, y'all. I don't know if you know this or not. Disney has a wing. They just effing do this. Like that's all they do. Yeah. Phone calls may or may not have been made about this. Thousands of dollars may not be required for this, but Tree of Life. Mm-hmm. Tree of Life.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Tree of Life.
Here's the thing that I'll throw like the wrench into this. Your partner would have to also want to do it. So it's not just a money thing because I don't think.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh.
In my case, I don't know that it's I don't know that it'll potentially be a thing, but I think it would be. You know what? I'm just going to say if I was going to do it where I would do it, I'll pick someplace different. Let's do Oh, okay. I'll do Hollywood Studios. I want to do a wedding in the Tower of Terror.
You could do it outside of the Tower of Terror. I found out.
But I want to do it in the Tower of Terror.
Okay,
in the lobby.
Like I've done a lot of research on this.
Steffers.
I always said that for our 10-year vow renewal situation, I would want to do it at Disney. But now that Helios is open, I feel like I would want to do it there instead.
There you go. Yeah.
We got engaged at Disney, so that's the tea on that.
Well, would either one of you actually consider moving closer, living like in the Orlando area to be closer to the parks, or do you like living away?
If the state of Florida wasn't trash, yes.
Yeah, well, okay.
Granted, I say that living in the state of Tennessee, which I mean, like me calling the state of Florida trash is like trash calling trash. So I mean, but at least I can get homeowner insurance in Tennessee. So
I lived there my whole life, and I moved out of Florida. If that gives you any indication of my thoughts, but. Absolutely not. I would have to get like some dream job for me to even consider moving back to Florida.
Yeah, but I mean, like to Stepher's point, if like random radio station in Florida called me and said, Landon, do you want to come be a producer or host a show or a shift in Orlando or some part in Florida, I'm packing my stuff and going. I mean, I would obviously have to talk to Smoking Hot Fiance, but yeah, it's like we've already talked once her the ambassador, as I refer to her in public aspects, is set up and moving on to college. Like, I mean, we're not tied to Knoxville because unfortunately one of my parents has passed on. That's part of the reason I moved back to Knoxville. And I mean, the Florida area is definitely on our radar. I would move to Florida, but I mean, it's like the state of Florida is just terrifying right now for several reasons.
Yep. Well, I would love to have you all both closer to me, but that's just a selfish thing to say. But
yeah, we could hang out, bud.
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
I could hang out in your backyard.
Stay out of my backyard. Steffers, I'm going to suggest we do the rides at Universal like separate offline. We'll take that one offline.
Sounds good.
But
sounds good.
All right. So next up, we got Jeremy from Main Street Magic. So he says, since Monsters Inc. Land is not going where Launch Bay is in Hollywood Studios, what do you hope to see replace Launch Bay sometime in the future? That's a really interesting question because now, I came up with something. I don't know if it's the best answer, but now that Disney owns the right to The Simpsons, maybe they put The Simpsons in there.
Ooh.
That could be a good spot for some Simpsons representation in Hollywood Studios.
But and just take a Duke on Universal.
Yeah. Well, Universal, I mean, rumors are they're gonna phase out The Simpsons. So
that is true. That is true.
When that happens, it'd be on the table. Or
actually, I like that. Yeah.
Alternatively, they could make it like a Doctor Who experience, which would be sweet. I'd like to see that.
And that would be less costing. Do they have rights to the Doctor Who?
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's on Disney Plus, so I guess they did. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
They got Doctor Who now. Who now? So that's mine. Any other thoughts?
Well, I mean, like pie in the sky. I know this will never happen. An even better Muppets Land. Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah. I actually really like your idea of Springfield. Like,
it'd be nice because it's already
that's actually like really good. Yeah,
cordoned off.
I mean,
yeah,
it is. Yeah, I mean, they have the walls up, so you walk through it. You walk into Springfield. You could have a Moe's right there. You could have a comic book guy's shop right there. And I realize I'm just describing what's in Universal right now.
But you have to have a Moe's. Like you have to have
to have a Moe's.
Yeah.
And honestly, I kind of feel like you have to have a Duff beer garden just to keep with the vibe, the feel of Hollywood Studio, which I mean, like it's a very drinkable park.
Drinkable park. Yeah, it's true.
Am I wrong?
Oh, it's just that's a funny phrase.
And having a walk up outdoor bar / quote unquote beer garden. Mm-hmm. I mean, that again, I know I'm just describing what Universal has for Springfield. Mm-hmm. I don't want Disney to copy paste what Universal has, but at the same time, it's like some of it works.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, what some of Universal has doesn't work. Unfortunately, part of that is the ride, because I say this as a Simpsons fan. I hate the Simpsons ride.
Yeah.
But the aesthetic, the atmosphere of Springfield, I think a lot of it is great. Mm-hmm. I don't like the carnival aspect of it, but I mean, like Moe's and the Duff Beer Garden and just the feel of it, I think works.
Yeah, I think so too.
If Disney can transport that into Hollywood Studios, yeah, that's your answer. And that would be the spot where Disney puts The Simpsons. It doesn't fit in Magic Kingdom. It doesn't fit in Epcot. It doesn't fit in Animal Kingdom. It fits in Hollywood Studios, right down the road, quote unquote, road from Toy Story Land.
Yep. Be great. Steffers, do you have any other alternatives for Launch Bay?
The problem is anything I could think of. So like even the Springfield idea, like people would be too quick to compare it to Universal. So it's really hard to like come up with something unique.
Yeah.
So I don't know. There are too many new things coming, so I can't pinpoint exactly what I would want there. Like there's too many IPs that I'm like, oh, this could work, but this could work. Could it work? I don't know. But Springfield probably fits the vibe the most of Hollywood Studios.
The other thing that comes to my mind would be like our version of Avengers Campus, basically, in that area.
Yeah.
Would be good.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it would be too scrunched. Like I don't feel like
it's tight, but I don't think Avengers Campus. Well, you've seen it. I haven't been there.
Yeah.
It's not huge, is it? At Disneyland?
I mean, it's not huge, but it's not small.
They got attractions in Avengers Campus, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do they have room for attractions in the Launch Bay area?
Well, they cleared out that office, or they have been clearing out that office space that sits behind the launch bay. So I would imagine, I mean, that's a pretty big space. They could put some attraction back there. It's possible, but I don't know. I don't know how much room they actually have.
Okay. All right. Well, and honestly, it's going back to the Springfield thing. I kind of feel like if they're going to introduce a Springfield area, there's going to have to be some sort of attraction.
Yeah.
Right.
Sure. Of course.
Yeah. Like, tie it to the beloved, but didn't. Well, I don't know if it sold well or not. I don't know. I was going to say that. Simpsons hit and run video game from the turn of the century. Video game. Yeah, do that. It could be Homer driving you around Springfield, similar to Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. So there you go. You already have the technology. Boom. You're welcome, Disney.
All right. Landon, you're up next.
We are going to my favorite member of the monorail, Nana. Question for you all. What do you guys think are the objectively top 3 parks in Orlando, Disney and Orlando? What?
No, go. This is a wild question. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought I said something wrong. Top 3 parks in Orlando, Disney and Orlando resort parks and water parks for a once in a lifetime visit guest to visit and why. And then she goes on to say, favorite memory has to be, oh boy. And I just gave her another favorite memory. It has to be Landon determining that my name is Banana, not once, but twice, years apart. And another favorite memory, it's not Monday Morning Monorail, but she loved the secret sounds that used to come after the Doz Does Disney episodes. Yeah, those, honestly, I do miss Doz Does Disney. I don't miss editing it. Because that would take up a majority of the day of my Sunday. But every time it came to putting together the secret sounds, that was always my favorite part of the editing process. I loved doing those secret sounds. They were always so fun. Me and Stephers and Jay, whenever the portal opened up and he would appear, like everything that didn't make it to quote unquote air that we would say that was funny or I could take out of context or a blooper was always fun to drop as a secret sound. Those were fun. And of course, the infamous, which still blows my mind that somebody got upset, left me a bad review and emailed me and left a hate comment about it. The infamous April 1st secret sound episode of Doz Does Disney. But Banana, you're my favorite member of the Monorail fam, especially now because you get another shout out as Banana and you brought up the secret sounds. That's awesome.
Yeah, those were always fun. Good for a chuckle, of course.
And you don't do them anymore. So why do you hate fun?
I throw them in sometimes, but that's why they're secret. They don't come every time. You got to listen all the way in if you want to find one.
Boo.
If you're just handing them to people, are they really that secret? Come on now.
Boo.
Boo yourself,
Boo this
sir.
Man.
Go play in the backyard. So Stephers,
you told me to stay out of the backyard.
Play in your own. Stephers, I'm going to let you answer the 3 theme park questions first because
of course you are.
It's going to surprise me if they're not just universal straight down.
They're
the list.
They're not. But I will say, you say objectively, but I do think.
Hold on. Before you answer this question, is Epic on the table?
No, I mean I haven't been, so I'm not including it.
I wasn't going to include it either, but is it on the table?
Sure, it's a park in Orlando.
But it's not open right now.
It's technically anybody can go. It hasn't had its grand opening, but they're selling tickets to everybody now.
True.
I mean, so I'm saying it exists.
Right.
I'm saying it exists. That doesn't mean it's going to be an answer.
Okay, so Volcano Bay. This is in no particular order. Let me say that off the rip. Volcano Bay. I'm going to say Universal Studios.
Okay.
Versus Islands of Adventure. I will caveat that with, if you're more of a coaster buff, do Islands. Mm-hmm. But it genuinely depends on your vibe. And then the third one, I'm gonna say Hollywood Studios. Now, with that being said, Magic Kingdom is the quote unquote classic, so once in a lifetime, and if you care about a castle, go to Magic Kingdom. I would tell you to go to Hollywood Studios. I just think that there's more. I mean, I would pick Epcot, but that's subjective, not objective. So here we are.
Okay. I mean, yeah, you're supposed to be objective here. So we want
Correct.
your objective opinion.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Landon?
Again, like Stephers said, this is not in a particular order. This is just an order. I'm going to go Magic Kingdom because, like Stephers said, if this is your only trip to Orlando to get the theme park experience, I feel like you would be doing yourself a disservice not going to the Disney park on the East Coast. I mean, it's the Magic Kingdom. Mm-hmm. There's nothing like walking after you scan in under the train and you walk down Main Street, USA, and you see that site of Cinderella Castle. There's nothing like it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just talking about it gives me goosebumps. There's nothing like it. My second would be Epcot. And maybe this is just a me pick, but Epcot is a park where you can literally ride no attractions and still have a phenomenal filling day in the park, just drinking in the atmosphere that Disney has built. And not only drinking, but drinking and eating while you walk around, because you can experience everything from around the world by just being in Orlando, Florida. Yeah, I know you could get a passport and go literally around the world, but that's going to cost you thousands of dollars.
Yeah, that's true.
But you can get an appetizer of that by just going to Epcot. Mm. And then my third choice, I'm torn between Studios of Universal and I'm torn between Islands of Adventure, but I think I have to go Universal Studios because there is just so much history there and so many. Actually, no, flip that. I'm going Islands of Adventure because it is such a fun park. I remember when I started going back to the parks, the person that I went with when we left Universal, or when we left Orlando, rather, said, I wish we spent more time at Universal after we spent a week at Disney. And the reason was, it was because of Islands of Adventure. It is, to Stepher's point, a more thrill-driven theme park. It is more roller coaster driven, but at the same time, you have attractions like Spider-Man. You have stuff like the Bourne Stunt Spectacular. You have, even though I bagged on the attraction, you have stuff like Springfield, where you can just, if you're a Simpsons fan, you can go and have a duff at Moe's, which, I mean, that to me is literally a dream come true. So those are my answers.
So did you land on Islands or Studios between the two?
Wait,
because you went to Moe's and Bourne.
Yep. Okay. So I guess I'm going. Studios.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
We circled back to Studios.
So what I'm saying is, for my third part is get a fast pass or get a park hopper.
A 2-park. Yeah.
Yeah, because you need to be able to ride that dope Harry Potter train, even though Joanne is a trash human being. So there's that.
I'm agreeing with Magic Kingdom and Epcot for all the things you said, Landon. And I guess if we're making this objective, my third is Animal Kingdom. I've just got to stick with the program. Stick with the branding. Stick with my brand. Animal Kingdom, I love it. People say, oh, it's a half-day park. It's not enough to do there. You're not doing the park right. We know that's my opinion. Anyways, do Disney and you'll be fine. We're a Disney podcast after all. Steffers, Katrina.
Oh, me, yeah. If teleportation was a thing and you didn't have to worry about travel time between parks, what does your perfect Disney day look like? This is such a loaded question. Where are you eating and what are you having? Where are you drinking and what are you ordering? What rides are you riding? Where are you hanging out for a midday siesta? Anyone can answer.
So you can just zap between the parks.
This is I'm stressed.
Everything like I'm writing everything.
Period.
Like if we can teleport, I can teleport to the front of the lines, right?
Yeah, I mean, you might as well. Why don't we answer it like this? Let's say a morning ride. Where are you going to have lunch? Where would you take a siesta? Afternoon ride, and then where you want to have dinner. Why don't we do that?
Okay, I think I have my answer.
All right, go for it.
All right. Oh, shnikes. Rope dropping is not really important because you can teleport. Oh, my goodness. Hold on. I was thinking at it from a rope dropping perspective. Okay, I'm going to start off at Hollywood Studios.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the wrong answer. No, it's the right answer. Hollywood Studios, sorry. Hollywood Studios, I'm going to start with, what are we doing? I'm going to do rides. I'm just going to list the rides I want to do, then food. I want to do Tower of Terror and Rock and Roller Coaster, RIP. Then I'm going to go to Toy Story Land. I'm going to get some tachos.
Oh, okay. Ooh, good lunch.
And a Pop-Tart. Because it's quality. Then I'm going to go... I can teleport. Then after lunch, I'm going to go... Sorry. To Animal Kingdom.
Are you reminding yourself that or are you convincing yourself that?
Both.
Okay,
I'm going to go to Animal Kingdom and I'm going to do Kilimanjaro Safari.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to go take a little siesta at the Animal Kingdom, the animation experience. Sit down, draw a cute little character, vibe. Right? Cool. I could go to a hotel. There? Well, I'm going to take a little AC break. Okay, fine. I'll take an AC break at whatever. And then I'm going to go to the Riviera and I'll take my nap at Riviera.
Okay.
So sorry. Then, this is going to be a hot take. No. Yeah, I'll take my little midday break. I'll go to Magic Kingdom and I'll ride the People Mover, right? Ride the People Mover, done. And I'm going to end my day at Epcot because nighttime at Epcot is top tier. I don't care what anyone says. And I'm going to eat at Beer Garden because I love Beer Garden.
Good.
Period.
All right.
That's a good day.
I'm tired. Think about it. Just tired.
Okay. I'll take it and I'll let you close this one out, Landon. So I'm going to try to simplify a little bit for me just because it's a lot to take in.
It was.
I'll start my day. I'm going to start it with a morning ride on the People Mover in the Magic Kingdom. And then like sunrise over the castle, just beautiful on the People Mover. That's what I want to see. I'm going to zap over to Hollywood Studios and do Rise. And while I'm there, I will also I'll have lunch at, I'm getting a Ronto wrap for lunch. I'm going to have a Ronto wrap for lunch. And then I'm going to zap to Caribbean Beach and have a nap in one of the hammocks on the beach at Caribbean Beach. And then I'll zap to Animal Kingdom. I'll ride Flight of Passage. I'll get a green beer while I'm over there in Pandora. Enjoy that. I'll zap to Epcot, ride Frozen, ride Spaceship Earth, and then I'll have dinner at any place. This is like saying what's your number one restaurant in the parks, basically. And that's tricky. But I think I'll just stay in Epcot. I know people don't love it. I love Le Cellier, so I'm just going to have dinner at Le Cellier. I love it. So that'll be my day. The main thing I want is that nap in the hammock at Caribbean Beach, by the way. That's the thing that excited me the most because I'm tired.
You're a tired baby.
Yeah.
I get it.
All right. It's up to you, Landon.
All right, Jay, prompt me for what I'm picking out here.
All right. So first thing in the morning, zap to a park and ride something. What do you want to ride first thing?
The Safari and Animal Kingdom. If I had to get up that early, I want to see the animals wake up and do their animal things.
Okay. And then as soon as you're done with that, you could zap anywhere and ride another ride before lunch. What do you want to do?
I think I'm going to follow your lead. I'm going to head to Hollywood Studios. I'm going to do some Rise. I'm going to rise against the resistance, and I can get a snack while I'm there, right?
Sure.
I think I'm going to borrow from Stephers there. I'm going to go get me some tachos. Maybe also if the breakfast menu is still available, I'm going to get me one of them big ass Pop-Tarts that they got going on.
Okay.
Because those are good. I'm going to load up on some carbs because this is going to be a long day. Landon doesn't normally rope drop unless I'm living with the land for a million times.
All right. So now where do you want to have a nap in the middle of the day?
Speaking of living with the land, I want to have a nap on living with the land, not on the actual attraction. I want to be able to sleep in the attraction. You know the spot, the homestead right before you get to the greenhouse. I know you and Stephers are very well aware of it.
Yep.
Where it's all black lighting and the projections are the AC is just blowing. It's like there's a voiceover like this where it sounds like it's on NPR and it's all nice. I want to have a dope ass nap right there.
Okay.
That is where I want to have my nap.
Okay.
And plus, because I have teleportation powers, Disney security can't catch me.
Okay. All right. And now you're going to teleport for a couple afternoon rides. 2 rides, wherever you want.
2 rides wherever okay. I want to be able to catch the People Mover right when the sun starts to go down so I can see the sun give me that little kiss as it says goodbye across the skyline over the Magic Kingdom. Perfect light, as it were. Just to see, everything looks so damn good.
Mm-hmm.
And then my final ride, I want Tiana's Bayou Adventure like we almost had, but I want to time it just right. I want Tiana's Bayou Adventure where right as we crest and right when we start to fall, that's when the fireworks start. So we get to see the opening salvo of the nighttime show of Magic Kingdom's fireworks rather. Shut up, Stephers. That's what I want.
Okay. And then where are you going to eat dinner?
Topolino's.
Okay. Perfect.
Without hesitation. Like Topolino's is the best spot to eat on Disney property.
Very, very good.
It's costly, but it is worth every dang cent.
Yeah, it's too bad we don't have magical money in this scenario too. You just have everything paid for.
Of course you have magical money. Just ignore your debt and then fake your death. So there you go. This has been financial advice from Stephers.
All right. So we're wrapping it up with a question from Natalie. And this one's fun. A fun one for all of us. If you could open your mouth like catching a snowflake on your tongue to catch a Disney treat right now, what snack are you catching? In our magical world, this is not a choking hazard.
But what if I wanted to be a choking hazard? Maybe I'm into that.
It's a magical world, so I'm just going to say I'm going to open my mouth and dim ribs are going to fall right into my mouth.
Wow, bone and all?
Yeah,
dang.
The whole thing.
Good Lord.
Bone in. Going for it.
You're walking around like an anaconda. It's like
it's just the bone sticking out of my throat. Yeah. I've got it sideways lodged in there. Yeah.
God.
That's my answer.
I'll jump in here. Kungaloosh, does that count?
Sure. You just have it pouring down your throat from a magical source in the sky.
Oh man, I would pay for that. Honestly, that sounds like something that I could make happen for the right amount of money.
It's true.
I would. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think you could. Stephers, open your mouth.
Can come true.
What snack are you catching?
Phrasing. Are we not doing phrasing anymore?
No. Technically, there's only one snack that I get every single time I go to the parks, and that's the caramel corn at Caramel Cochi.
The caramel
at Epcot.
coochie.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
So
that's good.
That's really what my mind went to first. So that.
Actually, on your recommendation, me and Smoking Hot Fiance got some to
To go. I got it to go. Oh, my goodness.
Come back? Is he going to come back? Who knows?
Who knows? Stay tuned to this episode of Landon the Monorail.
But that's great. I mean, you're influencing people, Stephers, influencing friends and other.
Not sponsored. Not
sponsored, but the caramel popcorn is magical.
It is.
Well, thank you all so much for submitting all your questions and response to our question. Landon dropped out. Hopefully he'll come back for the end here. But we really appreciate all of your responses. And just, I mean, at the end of the day, it felt appropriate to sort of interact with the Monorail fam for episode 250 because you're the origin story of this podcast, connecting with like-minded people who like to nerd out and talk about Disney and just kind of escape the real world for a little while, just like Aurora said in her response earlier on. I mean, that's all what we're going for is just capturing a little bit of the magic. Welcome back, Landon. And that's magical that you've returned.
Yeah, my internet decided to go crazy and fall asleep for a second. That was neat.
But no, I just really appreciate, I mean, honestly, let's get a little corny here. I'm just going to say my favorite part of all these episodes
popcorny
that we've done, over 250 more plus episodes of the Monorail. My favorite part of that is interacting with all of you and being like having the companionship of the Monorail fam, the listeners of this show, and getting to interact with you guys is really what it's all about. And
it is. Yeah.
If it wasn't for you, we would stop. Honestly, so.
Oh, yeah. Believe me, as somebody who's done this for almost 7 daggone years, straight, if it wasn't for y'all, the lovely listener, we would have stopped doing this. I mean, like, we love talking about the theme parks, but knowing that y'all are sharing a little bit of your time on a Monday or a Tuesday, or it might be a third, whenever you're listening, the fact that you're giving us a little bit of your time, you could literally be doing anything else with your time, but the fact that you want to give us 3 ding-dongs talking about magical mouses and their theme parks, your time, that I don't want to speak for Jay and Stephers. That means the world to me. Mm-hmm. It's so special. It means a lot. But I, at this point, want to put my co-hosts on the spot. Is there any moments that stand out to y'all over the last 250 episodes of the Monday Morning Monorail? And I'm going to open it up to Doz Does Disney as well, because damn it, we did that too.
Yeah. Well,
you would like to highlight.
I would say it's sometimes when you ask a question like that, it's hard because some of it blends together over the years.
Oh, it most definitely does, especially when you edit it. I know that.
But one of the things that will always stand out to me was when we were still recording in my house in Knoxville, and it was when we had cousin Kevin over for the first time.
Oh, Lord.
He joined the podcast. We're recording an episode with Kevin, and our cat, our now passed away cat Ringo, jumped up on the love seat and had the most explosive diarrhea you've ever seen. Like, I've never seen something like this come out of a living thing. And it had sound effects. It had and all of us just stopped, and because there's nothing you could do. And Kevin just went, "That was awesome."
That's terrible.
And and unfortunately, because I was like, I got to cut that out of the podcast, but I didn't keep it. Like the sound, I should have kept that sound. because it was incredible.
It was the type of sound if you kept it, you could have retired on just selling it out to Hollywood studios.
We're in the middle of talking about something, very serious about our podcast, and then Ringo hops up and he's like, "Here's what I think about your podcast."
And just empties his butt
all over the love seat. Oh my God. It was incredible.
Oh
yeah. And there were moments too, like, I just want to say, going back to the beginning, like recording with the kids and Sam, like us sitting around, like some of the one-liners that, both McKenna and May would come out with they were classic. I mean, I think that like the kids were a real highlight back in the day, and now we've had to replace them with noted youth Stephers because we were old. We had to bring some youth back on the podcast.
Yeah, the olds had to.
And she's got her own one-liners that are hilarious now. You do, like I just work here.
The olds had to get another youths.
I quit. I hate it here. These are all classic Stephers lines.
Yep.
But yeah, I just in general, just having the chance that we did to record with the kids and spend time with them was great. And created some memorable moments for everybody, I think. So
agreed.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't here for 250 episodes worth, so just, the community of it all is probably my highlight. And it's given me a deeper appreciation for the parks, considering I did move out of Florida. So, without y'all, I wouldn't have an officiant for my wedding, quote unquote.
That's true.
So,
holy crap! Damn, that hits heavy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bad boys for life. Anyway,
Bad boys
for life.
Follow us on places and do things.
If I had to give an answer, kind of piggybacking on what Jay said, I have gone back and listened to some of the earlier stuff and then like jumped forward several hundred episodes because we have that many. Oh my God. It's hearing the kids kind of grow throughout the years and kind of develop their voice and develop who they are and come out of their shells in some instances. That's kind of one of my favorite moments of the Monday morning monorail. It's not a moment, it's moments.
Yeah,
I guess. But if I had to like pinpoint a segment, and yes, okay, yeah, like this is me being narcissistic. Landon Peace Theater.
That was good. That was
like and honestly, it's like, and if I had to piggyback on that, it was the Bears attack. Here recently on Doz Does Disney. Well, I say recently. I don't know how recently it was, but that was kind of the impetus. Yeah, I think I used that word right. That brought back the morning monorail because I texted Jay and I said, I feel like this thing I did made me feel like this was something that I did back in the day of Monday morning monorail. And then he called me and said he was getting the itch. Mm-hmm. And here we are celebrating our 250th episode.
Yep. Full circle, baby. We're back. We're right back where we started.
Bad boys for life.
Bad boys for life. Well, it's a pleasure recording with both of you we do this on Sundays typically behind the scenes, but I love spending time with both of you. It's a highlight of the weekend, and I'm just happy. I'm happy we get to keep doing this, and thank you all for everything you do for this show, because I certainly could not do this by myself at all, and I wouldn't want to, but I wouldn't want to do it with anybody else. So,
aww, you're a little softy.
Love you, baby.
Thanks for being there. Thanks for loving me.
Cry. Oh, Zaddy's gonna cry. I don't want to deal with it. Follow us on the internet. I don't know.
I'm not gonna cry.
Okay. Oh, his eyes got big.
I know. I've already cried when we were reading happy things that go on across the Universal, but it's fine. I've already cried today.
Okay. Well, let's wrap it up. We've done our duty, I think, today, and I think it's time to.
Yeah, we've patted ourselves on the back enough. Yeah. So where can the lovely listeners continue to pat ourselves or pat us on the back on the socials? Jay,
we're at Morning Monorail on a lot of the things. So follow us. We're on Instagram. We're on TikTok. We're on Blue Sky. We have Monday Morning Monorail Fam on Facebook, and we have a Discord. You can connect with us. Or if you want to send us an email, mondaymorningmonorail@gmail.com. I've been considering bringing back a voicemail. I think we probably should do that in case people want to call and either ask questions or leave messages, whatever. So
that would be fun.
I'm going to work on that behind the scenes. We'll get the voicemail back up. But one-stop shop for everything is dismornings.com. That's DISMORNINGS, dismornings.com. Visit it. Do it.
Oh, the face that he made while he was trying to figure out how to spell morning.
I got lost in the middle of it, and I was like, where am I? Oh, that's
lost
what happens.
in the sauce.
Yeah. That's all of it. Stephers?
Adventures with Stephers on all the things. Catch me on Twitch Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays most of the time. I've apparently have a life now, so
congratulations.
One,
good
2,
job by
or
you.
3 of the days I do commit to post or going live on the internet, and I'm posting more YouTube videos on my YouTube channel, Adventures with Stephers. If you gave me a sub, that will be cool. Tanks. Also, no, that's it. Tanks.
Okay. Tanks. Well, it wouldn't be an episode of the Morning Monorail without Landon singing his song. So, Landon, over to you.
THEDOZ, Landon on Blue Ski, Landon Doane, I'm the best, Landon Doane, not the rest. That's where you can find me. I think it's 300 characters. Good job by you, Blue Sky. On the aforementioned Blue Sky, the world's terrible. I don't know if you've noticed that. Yeah, you probably noticed it. The world's awful, but I'm trying to make it a little bit less awful, through social media, because that'll change something. But come have fun with me over on my little corner of the internet. I talk about fun stuff like, theme parks, Disney, Universal, not SeaWorld, because apparently they're actively trying to make stuff awful by injuring people, allegedly. But movies, comic books, magic cards, wrestling. I went and saw Thunderbolts this week. Thunderbolts was fun. I really liked it. It seems like MCU is back on their ish, let's say, and definitely stepping back towards building up to something. I'm not going to say anything because I feel like if I say any more,
Spoiler!
it might be a spoiler. Yes, Stephers, exactly. That's why I'm not saying anything. But go check out Thunderbolts. That was a fun movie. But just go follow me, the Doz on Blueski, and
he was going to say, breathe and have a little bit of fun.
Knoxville, Tennessee, streaming 6 to 10 a.m.
You're losing it again. You're back. You're back finally. Maybe.
Wait, what happened?
You glitched out for a while.
You're there. You're here
Now you're here.
Oh, no thanks to my internet provider, Xfinity, because you effing suck. Okay, so I also appear on the Phil Show, News Talk 98.7 WOKI radio station locally here in Knoxville, Tennessee, streaming 6 to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time at newstalk987.com. Also available on the News Talk 987 app and the iHeartRadio app. And if you're actually a local listener here in Knoxville, Tennessee, we have a variety show of some sort. Hal and Phil Off the Record 10 with Bob, Tuesday, May the 6th at the Bijou Theater. Come out and go check that out. You might see me on stage. I have no idea what Phil Williams is going to make me do, but go check that out. It'll be fun. We'll have you home by 9 because it is a school night and me and Phil have to be there the next morning at 6 a.m. So, it'll be fun on the bun, but breathe, have a little bit of fun. And if you could do both of those things, that would mean the world to me. And I will talk to you next week. Love you, made it.
Thank you all so much for being here. Thanks for being here for one episode or 250 or 300, however many you've listened to, all the way back to 2018. You're all the best in the biz. And again, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be doing it without you. So hope to see you again next week for 251. And we'll just, we're going to keep this monorail rolling as long as y'all are along for the ride. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors. There's plenty of room on the monorail to bring on some more
especially in the
Disney
backyard.
Fans. Stay out of my backyard. But until next week, thank a team member, thank a cast member, thank an ambassador, because good Lord, they're dealing with a lot of stuff at SeaWorld. Be excellent to each other and party on, dudes. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
The Monday Morning Monorail podcast is part of the Diz Mornings Network. Visit DizMornings.com for Walt Disney World news, rumors, trip planning advice, and our blog. You can also visit our merch shop and look good when you're traveling to the parks. Don't forget, if you're looking to book a vacation, you can fill out a form on the DizMornings.com website, and Nate or Stephers will reach out and help you get a great deal and take the stress away from booking your next trip to Walt Disney World, Universal, or beyond. Again, visit DizMornings.com for all your Monday Morning Monorail and Diz Mornings needs. Welcome back.
Are you ready?
Come on. Gross. Okay. It's awful.
All right.